Wakizashi's Teahouse. Konbanwa minasan, it's Gray from Wakizashi's Teahouse home in Japan. How you doing? Are you good? Are you genki? Are you feeling mean and moody? I know I am, because I have a review of Daredevil issue 1. That's right, it's a new issue 1. This is actually volume 7, if you can believe that. I was buying Daredevil when it was relaunched back in 2019, and that was the same writer. It's Zdarsky who's doing this one as well. And the fantastic Italian artist Marco Checchetto, he is killing it on this series. I mean, he has been up to this issue, and he did work on the Devil's Reign miniseries 2, which I missed, by the way. I haven't read. So this issue is a little bit confusing for me. Not confusing, but there's things that I've missed. Obviously, there's things that it references which I haven't read. I don't know. But the question is, can this be read as a single issue? Can you come into it with no knowledge of the background, of the history of the character? That's a good question. Someone was asking me that in one of the comments, and I've got to say it's going to be a little bit of a what's the word? It's going to be a little bit difficult for you, being honest. Now, that doesn't mean it's not a good issue. It's a great issue, but there's a lot going on in this. There's a lot happening. You've got 3 or 4 different plot threads going on at the same time, and as I say, it's referencing events that happened in the Devil's Reign miniseries and Zdarsky's original Daredevil run, which went on for 36 issues, by the way. So yeah, 36 issues. Devil's Reign, I think a 6-part miniseries, and then they relaunch another number 1. Just a great excuse to do like 10,000 variant covers, isn't it? But anyway, so it's written by Zdarsky. It's got stunning art by Marco Checchetto, who is becoming a big name in the comic book industry now. I don't know how long they're going to be able to keep him on this book. I'm just going to say that, because he is going places. Fantastic art. I'll give you just one simple example. Look at this. This is from inside. We get to see Matt Murdock, Daredevil, teaming up with Spider-Man, however briefly. But look how he draws Spider-Man. You got to ask yourself, why is he not working on the Spider-Man book? No offense to John Romita Jr., but I'm just saying. So yeah, going back to this issue, I really enjoyed it. I like Zdarsky's take on the character. I've got used to him from reading it before, but you know, his version of Matt Murdock feels like Matt Murdock to me. And the way he writes the different characters, they all have unique voices. They sound good. They sound realistic. Dialogue's great. Narrative's good. The way he's handling the different plots is superb. It really is. But as I say, it could be a bit confusing. So that's my main warning for this issue. But it is a great issue. There's a second story in this. You get an Elektra, not only backup story, it's linked to this story. You see her, she's going off to an island. She's meeting up with Stick, who is their sensei, their trainer, and talking about, I think is she running the hand now? I tell you what, I've missed a lot. I'm not sure what's going on, but it seems like Matt's going to be leaving New York and he's going to be joining her on an island where, I don't know what they're going to do, but yeah. But big recommend. I'd say go out, give it a try. If you're not sure about jumping in with this issue, go back and read Daredevil from Zdarsky's number 1, which came out in 2019. As I say, it's quite a lot, 36 issues, but it is a great story. Really good characterizations, fantastic art by Checchetto. That's all I've got to say. So what I'll do, I'm not going to go through the whole story like I usually do. I'm just going to show some of the pages of the art, give a little bit of a summary, and avoid spoilers where I can. So please keep watching. Okay, here we go. When we first see Matt Murdock, Daredevil, it's sometime in the future. You can tell by the growth of his beard. He's having a conversation with somebody who we don't see, talking about evil, violence, helping people to overcome the violence of their past, and even righteous violence. Of course, to save the world. But the person asks, at what cost? What cost to you? What did you leave behind in New York? Then we switch scenes to the docks, and we see Matt Murdock with a shorter beard, so I guess it's present day. He's having a conversation with somebody who turns out to be Butch Faris. Butch Faris is one of the Kingpin's children. The Kingpin, Wilson Fisk, yeah, it's his son. It seems Matt thinks the Kingpin's dead, but it turns out he's not. He just fled, he ran, he left New York. Then Matt suddenly attacks Butch, knocks him down, takes out the 2 guards. And then we get this fantastic image of Spidey. It's Spider-Man with Daredevil. Butch Faris, Wilson Fisk's son, he never stood a chance. Here we've got Matt Murdock, Daredevil, threatening Butch. that if he acts like his father in any way, they'll destroy him. Then we get another great image, this time with Daredevil in his full costume. He's swinging into action with Spidey, taking out the underworld. And Matt Murdock, Daredevil's talking about leaving New York. Then we switch scenes to a random man having a really bad day. You just know it's going to end in tragedy. I want to point out the art on this page, like how good is the image of Daredevil in silhouette swinging through the alleyways. Great minimal use of colour there. Marco Checchetto's characterizations, the way he draws the characters, there's a gritty realism to them and so distinctive. They look like, individual separate characters. I've got so used to seeing his version of Matt Murdock now that I can't see him by a different artist. He is Matt Murdock. And on the next page, take a look at this main panel. We see Daredevil taking down the man with the gun. There's a great sense of movement, of dynamism when he's coming down, crashing on top of him. You see the garbage cans flying up in the air, lids coming off. There's a sense of movement with the way he's done it. Yeah, it's cool. And then a few pages before the end of the Matt Murdock story, we see this character who's referred to as Goldie. He knows Matt, and he reveals himself as some kind of, he's got some kind of glowing energy to him, but what's weird is that Matt says he can see him. Then we get this great image in the bottom panel, kind of sense of Matt's like radar vision. Well, it's not vision, is it? But his senses are so heightened, he can see this figure, this man. Great image by Checchetto, yet again. And great use of colour. Okay, I just want to show a few pages of the second story, the Elektra story. It's called The Island, again written by Zdarsky, but it's got art by Rafael de Latorre. We see Elektra in her Daredevil outfit. She's heading towards an island and she jumps from the plane. Again, some great drawings here, great images as we see her coming down to land on the island. She's got company. Elektra, you're late. It's Stick, her and Matt's trainer, their sensei. And then we get a great page here of some of the action where some soldiers have tracked them down and Stick and Elektra take them out easily. And then a few pages on and Stick is provoking Elektra and she attacks him and we see him crack, knocks her in the head. Man, he's got to be good because she's fast, she's basically been trained as a ninja. And then just a couple more action scenes. I like this, it's a very simple line, but it's got a good sense of the dynamism of the page, the dynamism of the action scenes looking good. Wow, does she block his Stick there, or does she take it out with her feet? That's pretty cool. Okay, then we get this preview for the cover for issue 2. It's a deadly looking cover, look at this. Is it Skeletal Ninja or are they members of the Hand? So cool, great image by Checchetto yet again. And I wanted to show you some of the variant covers. Now, this might take some time. Okay, here we go. It's a ridiculous amount from Marvel. I'm going to go through them. Here's the first 6. Okay, yeah, I know you get some repeated covers, but there's 6 there. Then let me scroll down a little bit to get you the next 6. Okay. Ooh, nice one with the dog on the cover there. Again, some repeated images, but so that's 6, 12. Let's go down again. 13, 14, 15, 18, and not quite the end. Does it go down for the last 4? There we go. 22. Is that right? I've kind of lost count, but yes, some are repeated. Some have text, some have the title, and some don't. But it's ridiculous, isn't it? I mean, for the artist, the variant cover artist, you should see the pictures on here. There's like, it looks like a class reunion. There's like about 20 of them, more. Okay, so anyway, I hope you enjoyed my review of Daredevil issue 1. I reckon you go out and buy it, and even if you've not read Daredevil before, give it a shot, give it a chance. As I was saying in the preview to it, I love Chip Zdarsky's dialogue, and I love the art in here. It's so good. It's so worth checking out. So I hope you enjoyed my review. Please leave a comment, let me know what you thought of the story. Are you a Daredevil fan? Have you bought it in the past? Are you thinking about picking up this series? Love to hear from you. So, as always, thank you so much for watching. This is Gray from Wakizashi's Teahouse, signing off for the night. Matane. Wakizashi's Teahouse. Please subscribe.